Say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time. Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only
shake that body, say the motherfucker grill. Get crunk with it, get loose with it. Like Shaw said, let Bruce Deuce hit it. Get crunk with it, get loose with it. Like Shaw said, let Bruce Deuce hit it. Yeah, shake that real fast and stop. Shake that real fast and stop. Shake that real fast and drop. Shake that real fast and drop. Shake it like a salt shaker. 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 Shake it like a salt shaker.
say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time. Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only
shake that body, say the motherfucker grill. Get crunk with it, get loose with it. Like Shaw said, let Bruce Deuce hit it. Get crunk with it, get loose with it. Like Shaw said, let Bruce Deuce hit it. Yeah, shake that real fast and stop. Shake that real fast and stop. Shake that real fast and drop. Shake that real fast and drop. Shake it like a salt shaker. 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 Shake it like a salt shaker.
Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
What's going on, race fans? We've got a special event for you here today. It's going to be the late night Bristol Bloodbath here at the original Rebel Racing League, the late night series. They've got a night off, and they're thinking, you know what? Let's change it up, and let's also crash some race cars. Last time they were out here at Bristol for their regular event, it was a bloodbath. Today, in the street stocks, it's encouraged to be a bloodbath. It is no cautions, unlimited fast repairs, and a whole lot of door-to-door action as we're watching Colton Lanford go out and try and see how quickly he can scuff up the new paint scheme. As one thing is for certain, a few will enter and even less will survive here at Bristol for the late night Bristol Bloodbath. As always, in the booth, I'm James Eastbury, the action 1080p, 60 frames a second. As we get ready to start this party, it's open qualifying again. We're not expecting a whole lot of drivers to do really well, but we're looking for style points for the drivers. Who can have the biggest crashes, take out the most amount of cars around them, and possibly make the world-renowned Team Goon Squad highlight reel as everyone is looking to have a great race here today. Right now, we're going to watch Brandon Pollock, the number 51 driver, in the Wonder Bread. He sure does love Fig Newtons, but man, is that sponsorship decal inconvenient at best. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, why, oh why, would we do an open qualifying with street stocks at Bristol? And the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is because it's very, very funny. As right now, you already see Pollock having a little bit of problems as he bends it on the inside wall, completely runs out of talent here at Bristol, all by his lonesome. Josh Oswald, number 17 machine, he's out front, and look at that. He's going to come down the start-finish line backwards. He has that much talent, a perfect J in the hook, and gets it pointed in the right direction. Schrinkfeld, number 16 machine, he puts down the fastest lap time, able to survive with a 16.51. Stringfellow running the default iRacing paint scheme, not even bothering with the trading paint, knowing all the bodywork is going to quickly get removed as he does a tail tap for the fans, crossing the start-finish line. But he is able to hold on to that provisional pole in the number 16 machine, making it look easy. Sponsored by Fanatec, Visa, MasterCard, and the number 36 machine, who absolutely slammed him like a cheap prom date. That was Brett Redder in the 36, causing caution in the Valvoline car as they are all ARCA braking in full effect. There is a whole lot of speed and not a whole lot of talent to back it up, as these drivers are going to really struggle to put down any qualifying times at all with how much they are crashing. Let's see, we've got about 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in qualifying, and this is a tough one to watch. You're seeing so many good drivers just absolutely ruined out there. We're watching Colt Lamb for the number 25 machine. He is still trying to put down a qualifying time. Clicks off a 17.5, but he is 8 miles off the pace behind Bill Stringfellow with a 16.58. And let's see what he can do. Oswald comes out of nowhere, the number 17 machine, with the American Eagle-backed race car. He clicks off a 16.49, absolutely blazing. He clicks off a 16.42. The Madman just keeps getting faster as he's picking up a tow from the number 12 machine. I believe that's going to be William Griffith Jr. Griffith, his fastest lap time is a 16.97, so he's got about half a second off the pace so far here today. But most importantly, he's out there, he's doing a good job, he's having fun, and that's what it's all about here for the original Rebel Racing League late night bloodbath at Bristol, is having fun and crashing some race cars. And maybe even, ooh, we just watched a fatality here at Bristol, as that was once again the number 36 machine, Brett Redder, involved in some more heartbreak and shenanigans. Looks like we've had everybody except one driver put down a qualifying time. That's Alan Wernecki, the number 72 machine, a little terrified to go out on track here tonight, as you can't really blame him. There's 16 drivers out there, and really everybody's struggling here today. We're going to save some time, set up our broadcast software just to show the crashing, and just like that, it predicts the future, as that was the number 15 of James Goodwin, absolutely pulverizing his competition out on track. And oh, the hits just keep coming. Steve Levin, number 27 machine, gets absolutely doored. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Steve's paint, as we've updated 28 times to make up for the 27 on the dash there, but it does not show his accurate paint. Garrett Kinder able to put it on top of provisional pole with a 16.38. Kinder, not sure if he knows what he signed up for here today. Normally one of the faster drivers for the late night series, but today he kind of finds himself out there in the thick of it, as the famous TikTok song goes. And I can't lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, we're only 5 minutes into qualifying, and I know our drivers have to be exhausted, because this is going to be one for the ages. We're going to check out Gene Watkinson in the number 111 machine. Seeing what type of times he can put down. He's already clicked off a 17.81, so he's about 1.5 seconds off the pace. But I think at this point he wants to survive. He wants to live to fight another day, as he's got 4 minutes left in qualifying to try and muscle his way around without any big incidents. It's going to be interesting to see if Alan Wernecki decides to go back out, number 72. He has not put down a qualifying time here today. Now, I don't rightly know what's going to be the best option here, to try and qualify up front, to maybe start from the back, or maybe just not to race and come out for the final 3 laps for your paycheck and for the Umbrella Girls. It's going to be tough to tell. Let's see, Gene Watkinson out there, slow and steady, wins the race, especially when everyone else is absolutely crashing their rear ends off. I think we're still keeping a PG-rated broadcast tonight, despite it being a fun and exciting race among our competitors. As it looks like Watkinson is going to pull into pit lane, maybe rethink his life choices on what led him here today, as he's unable to improve his best of a 17.25. Alan Wernecki still has not made his way out on track. Fans are waiting to see what Wernecki is going to do here today, as he's been one of the odds-on favorite to try and bring it home. As we're going to watch Garrett Kinder, not Kinder, Kinder. We've been corrected 28 times so far this season, but Kinder doing a great job, the number 13 machine. He is second fastest behind Josh Oswald in the number 17 machine, but he's about 0.04 of a second slower than Oswald and knows he's going to have to rapidly find some pace. Again, tonight, unlimited fast repairs, unlimited carnage here for the original Rebel Racing late night street stocks bloodbath at Bristol. And there is smoke everywhere like an early 2000s Waffle House. For the young kids at home that may be watching, that was when men could still smoke in their designated sections of the restaurant. About 30% of our viewers will not get that reference, but that's all right. That means you're just too young. I'd like to thank, we got Kai Demarest, Doc Proc, tuning in between Twitch and YouTube. Thank you both ever so kindly. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe button. Never miss an update on the Team Goon Squad broadcasting channel. Because we want you to want us here at Team Goon Squad Broadcasting. Qualifying's coming to an end. We've got about 1 minute and 38 seconds left. That's about how long we're going to go into the race before half the field is absolutely obliterated out here. Yes, they're still crashing. Everybody, absolutely lawn darts it into the pit lane. That is going to be a pit lane violation as you hop on board Bill Stringfellow. He's looking the wrong way. And he is completely pulled off the racetrack. He is going back to the hauler. He is completely over it. He is returning. He wants no more of the madness out here today, as he's got 1 minute left of suffering out in qualifying, as Brett Redder has completely given up any hope of going fast and absolutely mauling his victims. Redder out there, number 36 machine. He's got more hits than a Chris Brown album, but he's still out there trying to raise as much just carnage as he possibly can as he sends it Tokyo drifting into pit lane. He gets style points, almost tags the barrier for the bonus points. But unfortunately does not keep it pointing in the right direction. He will get no score on that drift. Now, something we don't know if it's going to be happening tonight, if black flags are going to be cleared or not. We'll have to talk to some of our race admins given the chance. I don't even know if they're here tonight. As now we're watching Dakota Camper in the AC Delco sponsored number 11 race car, as he has totally given up on qualifying as well, just absolutely obliterating the number 16 machine, Bill Stringfellow, as qualifying will come to a close. And we have a brief moment of silence for our friends that are about to go out on track for possibly the final time here for the Late Night Rebels Racing League Street Stock Bristol Bloodbath. A fun race. Guys switching it up, doing something a little bit different, but let's take it to tonight's grid of competitors. The absolute athletes and the absolute units of drivers. Starting on pole somehow, Josh Oswald, the number 17 machine with Full Send Racing. Starting second, Steve Lovin in the number 27 with JBR Motorsports. Starting third, Garrett Kinder in the number 13 machine. Starting third, Bill Stringfellow. Bill Stringfellow starting fourth tonight and the number 16 machine with Full Throttle Racing. Colt Lanford, one of the odds favorites to win it here tonight. He's starting 5th in the number 25 race car. Brett Redder, the admin, the badman, the man himself, and number 36, the same number that Mark Proctor, Team Goon Squad sponsored athlete, drives. He's starting 6th tonight. Matt Kleeman, he's starting 7th in the number 19. Dakota Camper in the number 11, starting 8th. Josh Smith in the number 4 machine, starting 9th. Brandon Pollock in number 51, starting 10th. Dave Jones with Salty Dog Motorsports. He's starting 11th on the grid. William Griffith with the Reaper Racing. Not sure if that's the Grim Reaper or possibly the Hot Pepper. He's starting 12th in the number 12 machine. Then we cycle it further on back to Jason Lawridge in the number 48. He's in that lucky 13 grid spot. James Goodwin in the number 15. He's starting 14th. Gene Watkinson in the 111. He's starting 15th. Alan Wernicke in the 72. If he ever wakes up from his nap and gets back on track, he'll be starting 16th in the number 72 machine. We're going to grid these racers up so they can have one last wave to the fans, friends, and family as their great going away party. As where are our racers? There they are. We found them, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody quit panicking. Everything is under control. As we're going to have just a brief moment of silence to watch as our competitors make their way around. That's long enough. My attention span can't hold anymore. It's going to be Josh Oswald, Steve Loving on your front row, as they have kept it clean so far. But are we going to see contact before it even happens? Again, no cautions here coming tonight. So we may be able to click through laps quickly. It's hard to tell as Steve Loving gives the outside wall a tap, much like a wrestler checks the ropes before they go into their fake battle. We've got a bunch of fake race car drivers and fake virtual machines. Had a fake virtual Bristol, but the pace car will be in this time by, and then the carnage will be real here. Away they go. It is a field of drivers that are going to do their best to survive. There are no cautions here today. As so far, it's already going better than a regular round. No, they're 3 wide and somebody goes flipping over. Oh, Jesus, the humanity. That's going to be Matt Kleiman involved in the first incident. Dave Jones. And what a bunch of carnage. As we're going to grab you that instant replay here and see what just went wrong for those drivers, as we've lost a lot of good cars already. Oh, tonight, sponsored by Butt Kicker. Can you feel it in your shorts? And look at that. They make it less than half a lap before there's cars flipping and sliding upside down. That is the number 16 machine of Bill Stringfellow, just getting absolutely pulverized out there. Really, ladies and gentlemen, I think tonight is just going to be crash replays. For the next 6 hours, if we've actually broken the replay button, things have gone that catastrophic already. Oh my goodness. The crash is so hard, we broke our overlay. As we are trying to get it live again, we've absolutely broken something. Things have gone horribly wrong. Butt Kicker, our favorite sponsor, just not able to disappear from off the screen, so not sure what's going on here. But even the broadcasters having major problems. As we're going to try and reload that very quickly for you at home, but man, oh man, what a night this is. Absolute carnage. The broadcasters, the racers, the fans, all getting a piece of it. And when will it stop? As we are now back live, it's still Steve Loving, Dakota Camper, Garrett Kinder up front. Steve Loving, he's up 12 spots in the number 27 machine. We've made it 8 laps in. And we still have 13 drivers on the lead lap as Colton Lanford, he goes for a ride. The number 25 machine just getting absolutely dumped out here at Bristol. As Steve Lovin's going to make his way around, the race leader looking surprisingly clean here right now. as we're going to try another replay, see what we can break up in the booth. And man, oh man, at the carnage. Hey, it works, ladies and gentlemen. Butt kicker comes through with the instant replay, and we are back to action. You're on board with Steve Loving, surprisingly still surviving here at Bristol. He has a ton of laps left to go as the track in front of him is quickly turning into an absolute parking lot. Meanwhile, you've got the number 25 machine, Colton Lanford, who's a lap down, doing his best to catch up to number 27 and see if he can unlap himself. And by unlap himself, I mean absolutely murder the 27, as there's drivers all over the place. It is like a Starbucks parking lot the opening night of freshman season in college. Oh, they're side by side. Steve Loving going side by side with lap traffic. Is lap traffic going to try and ruin his night or try and get his lap back? It's very rare to see such clean racecraft as, oh no, Lanford throws it away all on his own, able to hit the outside wall. Steve Loving has the check. I'm a little confused how he's getting around this racetrack so darn clean here today. As we take a look at our leaderboard, we still have about 12 knuckleheads on the lead lap. But everyone's doing their best to bin it as there's another spectacular one. The crashes keep coming. Steve Loving, like Moses, navigates the field here at Bristol and slips on through with no issues. But let's take a look at that most recent crash. That was James Goodwin and Dave Jones, both running out of talent and getting collected. We're watching the number 15 machine of James Goodwin. Oh, just absolutely ARCA brakes. And man, oh man, what a night. We are 18 laps in. We've got 7 drivers on the lead lap. Again, unlimited fast repairs, no cautions coming out here today. As is lap traffic. No, lap traffic is going to try and collect Steve Loving. The number of 111, Gene Watkinson, comes out of nowhere. An absolutely disrespectful move against Steve Loving. Loving, the absolute professional he is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Steve's loving it and able to get through the traffic. No problem as everyone tries to absolutely punt our race leader. He is dipping, he is dodging, he is diving, and he is dodging once more. That's the 5 Ds of dodgeball. As we've gone 21 laps, this race is now of drinking age. And even cooler vaping age. And we are down to 5 drivers on the lead lap. We got a huge crash going on out towards the back. Really, everybody's towards the back at this point. As that was Dave Jones, number 10, who just got absolutely punterinoed in the field. ARCA breaks through. No one lifting. Total disregard for safety of our drivers as well as personal property. But still, 4 drivers remain on the lead lap. That's Steve Loving doing everything in his power to cut through the field. His hands wet with sweat. His brow dripping from the chili he had for lunch earlier. But he's going to do whatever it takes to bring home the prestigious win here tonight for the late night Bristol bloodbath. He's got a 6-second advantage over Josh Oswald's number 17 machine, and he has no signs of slowing down. As in front of him, we've absolutely jinxed him. Steve Loving gets into several drivers. He goes for a wild ride, gets it pointed back in the right direction. But no, he's going to get sent around once more. He's in a precarious position here. Is he going to get going back out in the right direction as everyone's going to try and dogpile him? Steve Loving able to hold on to it, gets back out on track. The absolute madman as he is going to cycle back to second place. We're going to move up to Josh Oswald, your race leader, because no one cares about second, ladies and gentlemen. Oswald is 4.3 seconds ahead, charging hard, and so far having a great night out here. And no! Oswald absolutely murdered. Steve Loving's going to get through. as is Alan Warnacki, the dark horse who showed up out of nowhere. Warnacki, number 17 machine, moves up to second place. He's 1.5 seconds back from Steve Loving, but he's surrounded by absolutely inept drivers that are going to do everything in their power to punt him out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we're only 30 laps in, and I guarantee you I did not bring enough beer for this one. Still, 4 drivers on the lead lap. It's Lovin, Warnacki, Oswald, Kinder doing their best to survive. Your lead car on, that's not on the lead lap, Dakota Camper, the number 11 machine. He's about 1 lap down, trying to pick his way up to the front. Everyone doing a great job. By great job, we mean not a really good job, but they're doing their best. And that's what we're going to ask out of these guys. That's what's important here. The number 4 machine absolutely parks on the racetrack, causing a huge incident. That's Josh Smith, who tried to make it. Oh, it appears to have worked as he's taking out 5-6 drivers at a time. That's going to allow Steve Loving to get through the field, but no, the number 46 machine, 48 of Jason Lawridge. Oh, we got some two-wheel action here today, and the hits just keep coming. Steve Loving's vehicle looks like hammered rear end. He looks like a cow walking in reverse. Loving with heavy damage on the number 27 Fanatec sponsored machine. As let's see, Steve Loving, he's about 2.9 seconds ahead of Josh Oswald. Everyone doing their best to their ability, but not a lot of guys able to make it through nice and clean. As Loving checks up, able to get through as the number 72, Alan Warnacki, seems to have punted his way through traffic. That's going to allow Josh Oswald the race lead, number 17 machine. Oswald is up 3 spots from where he started. Smoke absolutely everywhere. This reminds me of Christmas at grandmother's house, as these guys are doing everything they can to hold on to it. James Goodwin has to bring it into pit lane via the old-fashioned toe, a.k.a. the I quit button. But beatings will continue until morale improves. As somehow Oswald able to cut through traffic. Now Loving 6 seconds behind, but doing a good job to charge up towards the front. As let it be known, this is not a family-friendly event. Everybody doing everything in their power to try and survive, but we've lost so many good race car drivers, and more importantly, we've lost more not good race car drivers. As the live time and scoring is absolutely lighting up like a Christmas tree. But Oswald, ever the professional, putting his head down the number 17 machine, clicking off laps, not having any problems so far. He's about 2.8 seconds, but Loving, he is charging ever so hard up through the field to regain what he thinks is rightfully his. A first place in a race that doesn't matter. We've got about 95 laps left to go. And man, these guys are just really driving the wheels off this. Now what's important here, Josh Oswald, Steve Loving, Garrett Kinder have not come into pit lane here yet today. They've been able to stay out front and drive hard, able to navigate through the traffic. And put down some of the world record fast lap times that we expect out of all these athletes here at Bristol. Josh Oswald trying to get around lap traffic, does an absolute terrible job of it, gets absolutely pulverized. And oh no, here we go. He's got more rolls than my ex as he goes over and over and over. Everyone getting a piece of Josh Oswald, your previous race leader. That's going to allow Garrett Kinder to come flying up, keeping up on Kinder the Tinder Man. And the number 13 machine trying to get a run up to Josh Oswald. Oswald is limping around the racetrack a la Tiny Tim. And he will not be able to hold off Kinder for long as the field has come together to absolutely ruin the night of the number 17 machine. We've got Tech Lee, aka one of the numbers Mason Mean, hopping into the chat today. Great job seeing him as always. A professional broadcaster in his own right. You can find Tech Lee on Wednesdays at the Team Goon Squad channel, where he does a fantastic job trying his best each and every week. And don't forget, race fans, this is being simulcast on Twitch as the leader runs out of talent. No, the second place driver, Garrett Kinder, getting pulverized. That's going to allow Josh Oswald to maintain his lead. He's at about a 5.9 second gap and rising over Garrett Kinder in second place. You've got Dakota Camper in third, but that doesn't matter because first place gets the money and first place gets the honey here at Bristol. The Coliseum never fails to deliver. Where is Steve Loving? He is 10 seconds back in fourth place. He has fallen hard from where he was. Let's see if anything's going to change. As Oswald's out front, he's 6 seconds ahead of Garrett Kinder. And trying to navigate lap traffic. That is the number 19 machine. That's number 12 machine. It's hard to tell. I'm not good at numbers. I just make words come out math. Gets a little bump from behind from the number 15. But the number 15, James Goodwin, is absolutely Danica Patrick himself, trying to wreck the race leader. And instead sends himself sliding around. Brett Redder does the same. Slams himself up into the wall. Oswald, an absolute madman, able to crash cars behind him with ease. Hits Redder with a slide job, comes careening back in, and oh, this is not going to be good. Watch this. He gets absolutely punted. He is in a very dangerous spot to try and get going the right direction. Unfortunately, the field can't even keep it going on a straightaway. That's kind of the story of the night here, isn't it? That's allowed Dakota Camper to take over the race lead, but for how long? As the number 11 machine is going to have a whole lot of traffic to contend with. As we take our onboard drone shot. Don't ask why we have a drone inside of Bristol. We pay the big bucks so you don't have to, ladies and gentlemen. As Dakota Camper, he's up 10 spots so far, charging hard, not having any woes, issues, or problems. As the number 4 machine selflessly sacrifices himself. That's alliteration. That was Josh Smith, who ran out of talent trying to take out the leader, Dakota Camper. As who on earth was that? Was that the number 12 we saw up in the air? William Griffith, somehow the race leader drove underneath him. Well, let's grab a replay. That's a terrible replay. That's a better replay. So Griffith getting all sorts of airtime in the number 12 machine, and everyone else, again, total disregard for any sort of safety or personal property as everybody crashing. It's Garrett Kinder out front. Kinder coming out of nowhere. The number 13 machine, the lucky number seemed to be paying off for him. As the number 12 machine once again runs out of talent, that is William Griffith, who throws it away in front of your race leader. It is 2 drivers on the lead lap here today. And it is still anybody's guess who's going to bring home the top prize of absolutely nothing for this fun race. Dakota Camper comes into pit lane. I think he went in the wrong pit lane. Everybody point and laugh at Dakota Camper, who did in fact go in the wrong pit lane. He's back out on track. Garrett Kinder out front. He's about a 14-second advantage, absolutely smoking everyone else out in the field. A total disrespect for his competition, showing the raw ability that Kinder has out there each and every week. The number 13 machine. Oh, I think he just murdered somebody. Everyone trying their best, but it is Kendrick out front, just waxing hiney, as the kids say. He's got 14 seconds over Dakota Camper, and everyone else just crashing around him again. The number 4 machine came in like a wrecking ball, Ron Jeremy style. That's going to really slow down Garrett Kinder. And what's worse for him is that's going to allow the rest of the lap cars to really put a focus, as now there is one driver on the lead lap, Garrett Kinder, number 13 machine. He's all by himself. He has no allies, no support. Rations are low. Tire wear is high. How long can Kinder hold on to it? He's got a 21-second advantage over a track that clicks off 16 or 17-second lap times. As he gets a moment of reprieve as everyone else starts wadding up behind him. Looks like Kinder's got some clean track here. As he continues to click off laps and show the fans that he's got what it takes. He's got cake going the distance, blaring, and his Bluetooth speakers duct taped into the car out there. Because as we know, we have to remove the main stereo system for the utmost amount of oomph out of these race cars.
Yes.
We got Kyle Roberts up here in the booth. Kyle, I got your ears on.
What up?
Kyle, we've got a bunch of talentless hacks on track here today. What do you think is going on here at Bristol?
I have no clue.
Well, Kyle, how did you get here?
I just saw you here and thought I'd say hello.
Well, that's Kyle Roberts, everyone. Pilot of the number 35 machine. Not able to get out on track here at Bristol. But, Kyle, if you have any last parting words for our racers, what would it be for our athletes risking it all on track?
How to kill everybody.
Kill everybody. You got it there first, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle Roberts hopping in for a brief moment to cheer on his favorite drivers as we watch Garrett Kinder still out front doing his best to make his way through the field. He's got about a 24-second gap over Alan Warnecki. Warnecki, one of those drivers that was too afraid to qualify, but able to put it back up on second place. And we are on lap 69, so nice, as the kids say. And these guys are making it look easy, dripping raw talent all over the racetrack here today. Are we going to see... Oh, we almost saw Garrett Kinder get absolutely pulverized, able to hold on to it. And here comes the boom. Garrett Kinder absolutely plowing into lap traffic. He doesn't care. He says, hey, I'm faster than you, and I know it. As everyone doing their best to block the race leader as Kinder gets absolutely pulverized. The rest of the field working together here. Are we going to see anything happen here? Kinder will probably have to come into pit lane. As they are still running out of talent all across the racetrack. I believe most of the field has completely given up here. No longer interested in racing, just trying to rack up the biggest mechanic build they possibly can. As Redder, the number 36 machine, absolutely murders Garrett Kinder, puts him on his roof. If Kinder has to take a fast repair, he's in big trouble, but he gets a little bit of help from his friends. Can he land on 4 wheels? He can. The madman, he does it. He sticks the landing. And he's going to come into pit lane. That's going to allow possibly Steve Loving to make his way by. But can Kinder take a fast repair in time to get back out on track? Or is Steve Loving, the number 27 machine, going to take over the race lead here? It's going to be hard to tell. Please tell us that Kinder was smart enough to turn off his fuel and use the fast repair as Steve Loving finds himself pointed the wrong direction. He gets head-on collision. And Garrett Kinder's still in pit lane. What is Kinder doing? Did he have an unsafe pit entry? What happened? Kinder may have thrown away a possible race win here, being on pit lane way too long. He's going to come out about 15 seconds behind Steve Loving, but as we've seen here tonight, anything can happen with this mixed bag of so talented race car drivers out on track. It will not take long for Steve Loving to find contact. A little bit of help with a friend. That is the number 48 machine. Jason Lottridge looking like a return Fanta bottle. Sends it sliding around after trying to take off the leaders. Steve Loving absolutely splits the field. Amazing car control here today. As look at this, Steve Loving not able to get through that one. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Steve Loving gets spun right round, like a record now, right now. Steve Loving now takes many trips around, and Garrett Kinder is going to take over the race lead as the entirety of the field has really worked together. Meanwhile, some drivers not even worried about the race leaders, just happen to be crashing their friends in a race where it's finally approved. No stage cautions here today because cautions and stages are for suckers. We're going to go green the entire time as we bring out another wreck, but that's kind of the normal here. Garrett Kinder has put a lap on the entire field. He's just worked his way back around Steve Lovin's number 27 machine. 55 laps remaining. I think I'm not a mathematician. Here's a joke you can tell the whole family. Ladies and gentlemen, what does a mathematician do when he's constipated? Drum roll, please. He grabs a pencil and works it out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all night. As we return back to the action, it's Garrett Kinder out front, number 13 machine, able to get through the traffic here. Putting his head down. He knows it's all on the line. He wants to bring this one home for his pretend friends and his pretend sponsors. Everything is possible if you believe in yourself hard enough. That's what Taylor Swift said in one of her most recent albums, I think. It could have been Kanye. I get confused between the two sometimes, but look at this. Oh, Kinder able to avoid getting hooked. He tags the outside wall, and he avoids Brett Redditor, who's once again wreaking havoc on the racetrack. Garrett Kinder has second place right behind him, but second place is a whole lap down. But we're going to pretend they're on the same lap because it makes it that much more exciting. Garrett Kinder, Steve Loving running nose to tail here at Bristol, doing everything in their ability to cut through traffic, to avoid any issues, and to win that prestigious gold medal or whatever it is these guys are racing for. Or are we going to see Kinder able to cut through traffic here, or is he going to get absolutely obliterated by somebody else out on track? That's kind of been the norm here, as a lot of carnage has happened so far, but we have not seen some of the spectacular events we're looking for. We're going to need to see some drivers blocking the track, drivers working together to crash the leader, and then drivers trying to win the biggest flip competition. As yeah, that crash was weak. We need better from our guys. Garrett Kinder heeds our call, almost bends it all by himself, doesn't even need help on that one. As, ooh, now we're talking. Number 12 machine checks up in front of your race leader to cause a little bit of heartbreak. Kinder rips the E, gets put in the right direction, and then gets absolutely, really obliterated. There's no nice way to say that one. Just slammed, just destroyed. You pick a probably an inappropriate adjective that you're thinking of at home. That's probably it. But he keeps going, always a professional, charging hard. He is a minute ahead of second place Alan Wernicke. Again, Wernicke way too terrified to bring it out here for qualifying. Kinder's on lap 89. Wernicke's on lap 86. So these guys aren't even in the same zip code at this point, but that's all it takes. If you get flipped over and have to take a manual tow, you can find yourself really sitting there and thinking about your life choices, not just how you got into this race here today, but how you ended up on your roof. I'm on me roof, as Mike Hayward always says, the world-famous NASCAR racer. Mike Hayward was actually one of the fill-ins for a stuntman for all the driving scenes in Austin Powers. A little known fun fact about the world famous NASCAR driver. As look at that, your race leader gets once again a punterinoed by the other traffic. Garrett Kinder absolutely destroyed in the number 13 machine, but again, he's just too stubborn to quit. Keeps charging forward, doing everything in his power to continue on, trying to survive the last 40 laps, but a perfect storm in front of him sends everybody checking up, crashing, and oh, that's a lot of damage. Flex Seal's not going to fix that one as your race leader goes for a ride. Does he land on four wheels? He's going to be begging for sweet relief here, trying to get hit, but no, he goes upside down. If Kinder has to take a tow, he is done. He is ruined. He will never race in this town again, but we have to keep the camera focused on him because he is our race leader. Garrett the Turtle Kinder trying to get some help, but gets punted into pit lane. That's one way to do it. That is the teammate and professionalism you can expect here for the original Rebel Racing League. As how is that not a speeding penalty as Garrett Kinder comes charging back out on track? Immediately goes back into crashing everyone he possibly can. Kinder has got a fire lit under him right now, and he's coming out for blood. Garrett Kinder absolutely just punting everyone he possibly can out on track. Total anger seething through his veins. Kinder in the number 13 machine. He didn't get that as his favorite number. That's how many people he murdered before the race here at Bristol, and he's looking for more. Garrett Kinder somehow still a lap ahead of Alan Wernecki. The man that was terrified of qualifying has worked his way up into second. If he can pull off a win, I'll French kiss my dog because there's no way that anybody's going to be able to pass Garrett Kinder. A man on fire here at Bristol. We are clicking off the laps. I think we got about 40 laps left to go. It's painfully slow and drawn out as everyone has substantially run out of talent by lap 5. After that, it was everyone for himself. But how is Garrett Kinder still pointing in the right direction with all the damage that car he's taken? There goes somebody else on his hood. That was Steve Loving. Loving was doing great out front, but now he's back in third. He will get no accolades, no prize money, and not even a good job or an attaboy, as it is first or nothing here for the late night Bristol bloodbath. More talentless hacks send themselves sliding around on their hoods. Cautions not happening tonight. Barney, our flagman, he's down in the beer cooler with the Umbrella Girls, having the time of his life. It's half off shots of Patron here at the Team Goon Squad Broadcasting Network. As Garrett Kinder not able to get through traffic as clean that time. Rips the E, sends it sliding back around. That's way better than new garbage Fast and Furious movies they've been putting out ever since season 3 or whatever it was. R.I.P. Paul Walker, because that entire series went down the absolute garbage can. Garrett Kinder still out front. He's a lap ahead of Alan Wernecki. Wernecki doing everything in his power to catch up after there. Wernecki realizing, hey, maybe I should have qualified. I wouldn't probably be a lap down right now. As we've got another driver on their roof, unable to get it pointed in the right direction. He's not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. We're going to pull up our fancy NASCAR tower just to flex on the other broadcasters. As Garrett Kinder charging hard. He's a full lap ahead of anybody else, but everyone else is also trying to absolutely punt the number 13 to try and give somebody else a shot of the prestigious award of absolutely nothing for this late night Bristol bloodbath fun run. Kinder charging hard, but how long can that race car hold on to it? He looks to be missing most of his body work. The wheels are canted. The driver is falling asleep at the wheel, but he is going to keep charging. Still 1 lap ahead of Alan Warnecki, the number 72 machine, who again really should have qualified, probably regretting his life decisions, not just the race, but his qualifying strategy. As Kendrick charging through the field, he's got to make it through all this traffic. Charging hard, doing everything in his power, thinking to himself, why, oh why did I possibly think this was a good idea on a scheduled off night? Sparks are flying. It's as if Kinder just had a super light used on him, and oh, gets absolutely punted. Wall checked like this is a budget hockey arena as everyone coming to take a turn. It's prom night all over for Garrett Kinder as he's been absolutely slammed. And it's not done yet. There's about 8 people sitting on a couch taking a look at him as he takes another hard hit. How long can his vehicle keep going? Because here comes the number 4 also getting all up in that rear bumper. Didn't even buy him a drink first as Kinder is really, really hurting out there. You look at the front right wheel all cockeyed, having a rough go of it. The car definitely curves to the left now, if you know what I mean. But he's only got about 25 laps left to try and survive. Can he do it, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. Can Garrett Kinder possibly survive this run-in? Or is he going to get murdered once more? And it appears the answer is murdered, as I have spoken too soon. Garrett Kinder holds onto the lead, but that car is absolutely feeling it, Mr. Krabs. As ahead of him, it is still a parking lot at Bristol. Can Kinder slip through? No is the answer, as he absolutely plows Steve Loving like an Amish at harvest time. And they get through the start-finish line. That's allowed Alan Warnecki to catch up. He's about 3.7 seconds back with 25 laps left to go. We're going to take a millisecond pause here and drink beer, but don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And we're back, and that reminds me, tonight's stream brought to you by Shock Top. Are you looking for a good wheat beer to enjoy your evening? Want to relax and you're a little bit too highbrow for Bud Light, but not quite the full-blown hipster douchebag for an IPA? Then grab yourself a good old-fashioned Shock Top with a taste of orange in each and every case. Shock Top, tonight's sponsor. And we're back as Garrett Kinder is trying to muscle his way through traffic, but it goes ever so poorly. He's getting absolutely collected out there and no sign of it slowing down. Is that going to allow Alan Warnecki, the driver that was too ballsy to qualify, with fear in his heart but ice in his veins, to get up there to Garrett Kinder's number 13 machine? He's 3.8 seconds back. It's 22 laps left to go. As, oh my goodness, there's cars scattered everywhere. Garrett Kinder avoids the aggressive pit lane, but here comes Alan Warnecki in the number 72 machine. Warnecki's 1.2 seconds back. We didn't expect an actual race to show up, and we definitely didn't expect special forces as Alan Warnecki 1.5 seconds back, trying to catch up to the race leader, Garrett Kinder. Kinder's got 20 laps left to go as a bunch of more talentless hacks hack across the racetrack, trying to slow down his drive. More cars up and over here for the late night Bristol bloodbath, brother. Warnecki has to come into pit lane, though. He has thrown away his chance at a win. 19 laps left to go. He's got to be hoping. He's got to be praying. And he's got to be wishing that Garrett Kinder has an incident. Maybe gets collected with another driver. If one thing's for certain, we will see at least one more wreck, or my name isn't James East. As oh my, Garrett Kinder has extended his lead to about 25 seconds over Alan Warnecki. Warnecki thinking, man, really should have qualified here. But Garrett Kinder's making it look easy, cutting through traffic, nice and easy, able to survive so far. As we say that, he almost gets collected by the number 4, who dodges up the racetrack to try and absolutely punt him. Kinder able to get through. Everybody's still doing their best to crash the leader. It's like that one football game smear the whatever it is we can't talk about in 2021. As Kinder able to use the wall to his advantage, has completely given up on turning left, instead holding it wide open and using the wall to guide him. Jesus takes the wheel for Garrett Kinder as he's got a 45-second gap over Alan Wernecki in second with 15 laps left to go. Can Kinder survive? Now, what he's got to do here is not crash, which is easier said than done at the Bristol Late Night Bloodbath. As everyone doing their best to crash Kinder. Now, Kinder statistically can probably win it here if he doesn't get absolutely murdered and turned upside down. "13 laps left to go for the number 13. All eyes on Garrett Kinder, the world-renowned street stock champion. As the 48 machine, Jason Lotridge pulls out a real classy move, blocking the racetrack to try and slow down Garrett Kinder. Now Kinder, he's about 3 laps ahead of Alan Wernecki, who once again did not qualify. As that was the worst bump and run we've ever seen in a broadcast. Kinder able to get through nice and clean, no worries, as everyone else just crashed themselves out on his behalf. Kinder, he's 3 laps ahead. He's a full minute ahead of Alan Wernecki, who once again did not qualify. As Steve Loving doing his best to punt into the race leader, but it did not work out. Oh no, Kinder almost goes upside down. Getting to Jason Lotridge, goes for a wild ride himself. He's in a very precarious spot for lap traffic to hit the race leader. He dives down the apron to avoid any of the carnage. Everyone wadding their machines up around them, not realizing they have completely blown by the race leader. 10 laps left to go. The fans watching in awe to see if Garrett Kinder can bring home the prestigious Late Night Bristol Bloodbath Pretend Trophy with 9 laps left to go. Can the number 13 bring it home, or will it be somebody else that takes the top spot, as everyone is doing their best to crash the race leader, but unfortunately most of the field too inebriated to know where they're at, much less the leader. As Garrett Kinder makes his way around, 8 laps left to go. He is doing whatever it takes to try and survive here. I am absolutely astounded that that machine is still rolling somehow, much less making decent time. As he's got his work cut out, able to get through traffic once more. 7 laps left to go. Six laps left to go. They're clicking off, making it look better and better. It's been brought to my attention that I muted the wrong audio source while I ripped Fat Clouds. So my apologies to all my viewers at home that heard that fat rape vip. I can't talk. Vape rip. We'll edit that in post. Garrett Kinder out front, still doing a great job. As he's got a lot of traffic from lap traffic. The number 4 machine, no, it's the number 72, who goes for a spectacular wall ride, able to save it. 3 laps left to go for Garrett Kinder. It's on the line. Josh Oswald has moved up to second, but again, no one really cares about second. As, oh, what a hard hit for Garrett Kinder. Sends it all the way around. He is trying to survive for 2 more laps. Can he do it? He's got a 3-lap lead over second and third. We're almost through it tonight. The white flag is out. And the checker will come out this time by It is going to be Garrett Kender bringing it home for one of the cleanest races we've broadcasted so far this season, crossing the line in reverse. Not sure how, but man, we got through it together. As the field is absolutely going to dogpile Garrett Kender. We're going to try and get these drivers up in the podium room so they can talk about what made them think this was a good idea. But overall, about what we expected here tonight. Up in the booth, we got Garrett Kender. We've thrown out any order of pit lane interviews here tonight, but that's been kind of the standards. Garrett, you're able to survive. How?
Man, that's an excellent question. There was a lot of dudes that were just absolutely killing me, seems like all the time, but they were able to keep the car somewhat pointed in a straight line most of the night. Got turned around a few times, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
Now, Garrett, this has definitely been the cleanest race we've had all season. No cautions tonight, which is a welcome change. How does the rest of the season prepare you for tonight?
Oh man, it's been somewhat caution laden in the past, but this caution-free race, I don't know. It was a heck of a deal, really. There was carnage everywhere, but I guess the iRacing officials, NASCAR officials, whoever you want to call it, they were sleeping at the wheel tonight, and it was basically a free-for-all out there. Just everybody kill everybody and have a good time with it.
Well, Gary, you did a great job out there. You made that 13 machine look terrible, but you still brought it home in the top spot. Before we let you sign off, what beer sponsor would you like to thank tonight?
Well, I'm not much of a beer man, but I will go ahead and thank Bullet Bourbon. That's my go-to.
Good choice, good choice. Ladies and gentlemen, put it together. Garrett Kender bringing it home in the top spot.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Up next, we've got the first loser of the night, Josh Oswald, number 17 machine. Josh, you ran great. The machine looked absolutely hammered, but you were still able to bring it home tonight. How did you manage to survive?
Oh, just trying to avoid the mayhem when I could. I mean, got to lead a few laps. And I let a good chunk there. I mean, had a good fast line around here, but that doesn't matter with all the chaos. I mean, it's just so much damn fun, completely stress-free, go out there and hammer on each other.
Now, Josh, as the season or the run progressed and you lost more and more body work as well as wheels, how did the car feel in the long runs here today?
Well, it definitely it was sliding around quite a bit. Definitely had to change how you tried to drive it, but I mean, still overall wasn't too bad enough to keep hammering my way back up into P2. I think, yeah, we got second. So survival of the fittest, hammer down, and that's what we did.
Well, Josh, great run out there as well. Always a great time seeing you up here. Before I let you sign off and go celebrate, what beer sponsor would you like to thank tonight?
Beer, Busch Latte.
Busch Latte, a man of culture, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Josh Oswald, our second place finisher here tonight.
Thank you.
And up next, the man of the hour, if we're going by golf points, Alan Wernicke, the man who did not qualify, still put it on third. Alan, what was the game plan here tonight?
Stay away from people. Watch the mirrors and watch the windshield and try to, just stay away.
Well, Alan, after we saw that race develop, how do you think that went for you?
It was good. My strategy was not very good. I ran out of fuel with one to go, so my pit strategy is less to be desired. Crew chief's fired.
Well, that's definitely something we can work on for the rest of the season, but for the most part, you did relatively mediocre out there, which we're always glad to see. Was there any communication on drivers on how to throw a wrench in the race leader as a unit, or was it every man for himself?
I think the communication was lacking. Kinder had everybody by 3 or 4 laps, and the field keeps wrecking second and third, so it's pretty tough to catch them that way, but we made it.
Well, Alan, a great time talking to you. Before I let you sign off and go celebrate with the rest of the hooligans, which beer sponsor would you like to thank tonight?
Busch.
Ah, a man of culture as well. Alan, have a great night, and we'll see you next time, my friend.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the great broadcast.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for the fun race. Definitely something out of the ordinary with the original Rebel Racing League Late Night Rebels Bristol Fun Run with a Late Night Bristol Bloodbath. A lot of great times, a lot of good carnage, and a lot of drivers that completely ran out of talent. As always, on behalf of Team Goon Squad Broadcasting, I'm James East in the booth. We'll see you same time next week for our regular scheduled shenanigans. Have a great night, everyone.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only
Shake that body, say the motherfucker grill. Get crunk with it, get loose with it. Like Shaw said, let Bruce hit it. Get crunk with it, get loose with it.